my controversial take of the day is that E6 QQ is stronger than Seele, unless Seele is like E6 with an S5 weapon. And this is someone with a pretty decked out Seele, and I've used both of them. Again, I could be biased. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Only 1% of you are subscribed, so it only takes a second. Helps me out a lot if you could leave a like and subscribe as well. And let's get to it. So this first clip here is kind of when the stars align. Almost everything went perfectly, and you're pretty much able to 0-star the Memory of Chaos. We haven't even, or 0-star, 0-turn. Yeah, we get the E4 proc here, and do some good chip damage. This is like, you get, before the Arumaton even hits sanction mode, we're killing it, which is just crazy. I don't actually use Bronya's ult here just in case I don't get the tiles, but I do, and then I use Bronya's ult here. Yeah. There's so much synergy with Bronya and QQ. I think they definitely make the perfect pair, and this is just ridiculous. 0-turn so far. But yeah, let's move on to a bit more average luck. So against Kafka here, this is my first attempt with E6 QQ, and I would say I misplayed quite a bit, and she doesn't get too lucky. Misses a lot of crits and some major mistakes. Like here, I should have used Silver Wolf skill on the middle guy so that we can focus him down, since we need to cleave all three of them. But long run, it's not a big deal. This is also kind of a Locha showcase because he's solo sustaining versus Kafka, and so far with my runs, he's definitely proven capable. And here you go. See, she's using all her skill points to get the 4 of a kind, which is unfortunate. Like, I could use her ult here to save a turn, so this becomes a 0-turn clear of the first wave, but I'd rather save it for wave 2 when I need to deal with all those adds. So, yeah. QQ is all about a balancing act of using skill points, and E6 definitely makes that a lot easier. This is the biggest misplay. I use his ult, like, what am I even doing, right? I don't even think I was paying attention. Like, I should have really used it right now, but it is what it is. I think the boss guy gets to heal quite a bit, but again, it doesn't really impact this run very much, as you'll see. Like, they're not really moving anymore once QQ gets going, so this combo is just crazy. You can bank up like 2 to 3 tiles, then pass turn. Like, I'd say it's pass turn, and then go to Bronya to super buff your QQ. But yeah, one thing I want to note about QQ is a lot of people might be concerned with her gameplay, as in, if you don't get lucky, then then she might not do damage. But here's the thing, right? QQ has pity, which sounds really dumb. Like, she'll hit a hard pity when you will get lucky. And what I mean by that is there are 2 ways to hit it. You get a 4 of a kind, which eventually you will, just based on stats, or you get enough energy for your ult. So that's like hard pity. And rarely do I ever get to the point where I need to ult at E6, granted. Where I need to ult before, like, this gets close. This got close. So pretty unlucky. I even got the E4 proc, but it doesn't shoot the second one because the guy got 1 shot. And again, this is risky because I only have 1 skill point, but it's just so clutch with his 70% crowd control resist. Like, absolutely nuts. I love that. But yeah, the funniest thing about playing a gacha game within a gacha game is QQ has her own pity system. So you're bound to do her big damage. It's just a matter of when. Like, you could get lucky, but there's also another side of it that's kind of dumb that you have to consider. You don't want to get super lucky with QQ, like getting 4 of a kind on 1 or 2 skills, because her skill buffs her damage for that turn by a lot. So ideally, you want to be using it 2 to 3 to 4 times even sometimes, and that way you really increase your damage. So either way, Qingque is good. Yeah, like sometimes you don't even need to use your skill and you just get a bunch of 4 of a kinds. Either way it works. Like it's really hard to not do well with Qingque because you either need to use your skill a lot, get the buffs, or you just use your enhanced basics spam, which is pretty good when you look at the multipliers. So as you can see, we did miss like 3 out of 4 crits on Kafka already, and she has 75% crit rate, so again, pretty unlucky. Not much I can really do there. This is my first run, so pretty accurate representation of Qingque. God, Loach is so good. Like just using the ult and then the skill, get the Abyss Flower stacks to deploy the field. I think my only gripe with Qingque is that she has a 140 cost ult, but that's not really an issue if you're at E6 because you have her E2 unlocked. I understand not everyone has access to this, but E2 gives her energy every time she gets a tile, which really helps. It helps you hit hard pity earlier, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we go for one last big hit on Kafka, and it's pretty straightforward. So this is her build. Pretty decent, I would say, before dawn. I actually think that in S5, today is another peaceful day. Battle Pass Lycone is better, but again, that's super, well, long-term investment. But yeah, still could be improved. Like you'll see her planar, this crit rate chest needs work. This attack percent rope went into HP a lot. But yeah, good luck with your Luocha, Qingque, Yukong, and Pella pulls if you're going for her. And hope you enjoyed. See you next time.